Fox News with Kent Clark.
Guys, that's pronounced Faux News.
Welcome to Fox News. I am your host, Kent Clark. Today starts a very special series where we send field reporter Brian Spain out around the world, where he'll ask the locals topics of today. Today's topic is racism. To keep this interesting, we will place the cities overseas versus a city here at home, and something we'd like to call us versus them. Over to you, Brian.
Thank you, Kent. This is Brian Spain out here today asking people of New York City, Helsinki, Glasgow, Portland, Seattle, and London their thoughts on racism. Some of their answers may surprise you. How do you feel about racism here in America?
Oh, it's crazy. I come from Puerto Rico, and we grew up together, blacks, white, everything together, and I never see racism over there. When I came in here, it was like totally different. People, because you're black, because you're Spanish, fighting for stupid things.
I think that racism is alive and well. I think that the only difference between today and the racism in the past is it's more covert, which makes it much more scarier because back then it was very open. Now you don't know what other people are thinking, and all these incidents are happening, and honestly, like, I'm terrified to be not only a woman but like a black woman in America. It's scary.
It's definitely better, but to say that it doesn't exist, no, like that's definitely not the case.
It has not gotten any better. I mean, if we, shed light on some of the recent current events that's been going on, it hasn't gotten any better. It's just now that we have a lot of social media and there's cameras everywhere, so we're seeing a lot of what we weren't seeing before.
It's a dying breed at the moment. It's only about time, if you ask me.
Nice.
It's a dying breed, yeah. So, I mean, when I first moved to this country, it was here, there, but now it's pretty much dying out, and I'm glad to see that,
Oh, that's awesome. Do you feel like there's a reason for that, or is it just like it's just time?
It's just time. Everyone's, time. All it's more with like an older generation.
Yeah, sometimes, like when I walk in the street, some people say like, "Oh, you Gangnam Style," or like, "You like ni hao." But yeah, I don't get offended. So yeah, I think there's some racism, but I don't really care.
Not really. I don't heard nothing about it.
Racism. To be honest, I haven't experienced a lot of racism.
How do you feel? Do you feel like racism's a problem in Portland?
Yeah, racism is a problem everywhere.
A little bit, I do. I mean, there's definitely been a lot of talk of gentrification being kind of a big issue, especially in North and Northeast Portland. But I think it kind of depends on who you talk to.
Right.
But in essence, I think there is some subtle racism in terms of kind of pricing people out of their neighborhoods.
Racism. That's a difficult question.
It depends on who you ask.
No. People are friendly, but the only problem is to get to know them.
Right.
They have to study you. If you are trustworthy, they have confidence in you. But to make friends here is difficult at first.
Right.
But if you are close to them, you will know that they are good people.
A problem? No. Does it exist? Yes. Do I consider it a major problem? No, I don't consider it a major problem. No. I mean, you see us, we're together, but we haven't any.
Wait, y'all are not the same race. Wait, you're not?
Us have a little spray tan,
Man, I just noticed all these sunny days. I was jealous of your tan.
In this city?
Yeah.
No. In other places, yes, very much so. And I think it's ridiculous because people want to talk about interracial dating and gays and stuff. And you know what? I'm a Christian. I believe you treat people how you want to be treated and you treat them good.
Just
Scottish people are so wonderful and so nice, very, very welcoming. And so I'm not sure. I don't feel the racism here, to be honest.
I haven't seen or heard of anything or experienced anything.
Yes, I do. I think racism will manifest itself in many places, and Glasgow's no exception to that. Having said that, I would say that Glasgow is one of the more friendliest cities in the UK, and it is generally a very tolerant society here.
There is racism in every country.
Right.
In Africa, there is racism as well.
Right.
I'm originally from Africa. We don't like each other.
What part of Africa?
I'm from Nigeria.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So we don't like each other in Africa as well. We do racism everywhere. There is racism in Africa, there is racism in America, there is racism everywhere. It just, the problem is people have to be educated.
Right.
And when they're educated, they don't know the difference, between racism and hatred.
Thank you for your work, Brian. That was informative and insightful. Exactly the kind of coverage you can expect from Fox News with Kent Clark. I guess if we learned anything today, it's that depending on where you live, the way you view issues can be different. Thank you for watching Fox News with Kent Clark. Good night.